I figure I really needed to talk, like, really talk, to just get my thoughts out there. Because the nature of loss is is a very strong and touchy subject. When someone loses a life, everyone around that person who's gone is affected. And as as nice as we are, and as soon as we find out the news, people there are just some people that are really concerned, obviously. And at the same time, if you just rush and try and be, you know, just try and be there, sometimes it's not appropriate. They're still grieving. They're still taking the impact of the loss as soon as it happens. Not saying that you shouldn't go out and, send your condolences and do what you can for people who are grieving. It's just that it's a shock and something you can't take back and undo. And it's a lot to take in all at once. And sometimes some people would take just the constant reminder that they're gone as a slap in the face. I'm not saying that people are heartless or anything, but eventually people just don't don't feel like talking or being around. You just want to disappear. Because as much as another person has left them, a part of everyone else's life has also died. Mine included. I wasn't as close as some people, and I haven't been as of late, but I know what it's like to lose somebody. And it's a terrible feeling. Some people it really just impacts. Some people just have their own ways of coping with it, whether it be crying, or praying, or just doing nothing, or being angry. Somehow, some way, people will grieve, people will lament, and this is my way of doing it, at least for right now. You know, I remember when my own grandmother died. I didn't cry, at least not when I first heard the news. But I did lament, and I did think as I am now, with the shortness and realization of how quickly life can dissipate. That I'm glad that I get to look back at the person who did pass and think that I could think great and wonderful memories about them. That they left something on me, left an impact, left a good memory, left a good emotion, because that's all we have left of them, just those memories. And that's what I want to focus on, and that's how I cope. Yes, I've lost, but that doesn't mean I didn't gain something from each of those people either. I've been fortunate enough that maybe maybe that's how I deal with it and that I can still function. But then again, I haven't lost anybody, you know, I haven't lost anybody like as close as I think I could. Because to whoever's lost, that's somebody's daughter or son, that's somebody's child, that's somebody's friend, that's somebody's family, that's somebody to something, and they're gone. And while it doesn't affect me as much as it will someone else, that's really it. But I still feel something, and I still feel like I need to talk. Because this is for me. This is how I lament. This is how I will get through this. And that so that I can continue, whether it be living my own life to the fullest or helping those still grieving that need a little bit of help too. Because I do grieve as well. I'm not going to ignore that somebody who's been in my life has died. And things won't ever be the same. I always feel for them and for everyone else whose lives that they touched. This one's a little bit more closer, and it always etches closer and closer, whether it be a distant relative or a close one, whether it be a friend of a friend or your best one. They still touched you somehow, and they touched me somehow. And I just needed to talk, and I just need to talk to get it out of me. To have this idea in the world that this is what I'm thinking now. I'm thinking about my lost friend. I'm thinking about the losses of everyone else. And I hope and pray that everyone will be fine. And that, you know, whatever awaits us on the other side is good. It really is appropriate that there's no light around. But I just can't help trying to look for some. Always look for light in this time of darkness. At least I will. For now. I don't want to be trapped like some people. But everyone needs time to grieve. Everyone needs that time. But I wouldn't want to waste my time. I've lived with people, and people have around me passed absolutely hating wasting time. And that's how I've gone and grown to grieve with it. To lament for too long is something that they wouldn't enjoy. They would want us to be happy. And that's what I want to do. To be happy and to be strong. To move on and to live on at the fullest I can. And to lead by example that it's not the end just because someone else's life has ended. It's a little insensitive of me, I know. But I can't help it. This is how I grieve. This is how I'm going to grieve. I only wish for the best of everyone involved. And we'll miss you. I promise you that. Everyone who's gone, someone will miss you. And then maybe if there is an afterlife, be reunited there. Even if there isn't, we make the most of your memory. So that whenever we think of you, we'll be happy. No regrets, no upsetness, just happiness.